Good morning, y'all. Did you say your affirmations? Did you say your prayers? Did you put your whole armor of God on? It's Friday. It is Friday, y'all. Let me tell y'all real quick. How about I didn't even know that yesterday was Thursday? I thought it was Tuesday. The little young girl said, Miss Tracy, it's the day Thursday. I said, huh? She said, yeah. She started cracking up, man. I said, oh my goodness, how did I think the day was Tuesday? Child, I told y'all. I don't be paying attention to no time, no days, child. I was totally, I was gone with the wind. But good morning, y'all. How y'all holding up? Is the lockdown still going on? I don't know. But I don't know. But if it is, I hope y'all, using your time wisely. Make sure you're doing some, I've asked y'all already. Do your projects around your house. Start a new adventure, a new something, that can benefit you. So if this ever happened again, by that time you done spent enough time in your own thing that you can create your own business, right? That almost went down the wrong pipe. I guess it did. But y'all, I just hopped on real quick. This one right here, I ain't got time, y'all. This girl done scratched my arm. Look. Scratch my arm. Wrestling and playing. I ain't got time. She keep licking me up. I told y'all oh gosh, she licked me up so much. Look, I keep trying to let her know I'm not your kitten, little girl. But for some reason, they said that's a form of love from your kitten. But that is my baby. I be loving all up on her though. That's my little boo-boo. But y'all, I came on. Don't question why I keep rubbing my hands. I done mixed this silk, this bio silk, and with the hand lotion, child, and it's still feeling real oily a little bit. Oh, my little scar, child. You hurt your mother. Oh, my goodness. Ain't nobody got time. But anyway, y'all, I came by real quick. I already know what y'all gonna say. Tracy, this is not gonna be quick. You always say that. I know. It may and it may not. I mean, I already told y'all I don't be knowing what's gonna come out. It just do. But I did want to talk to y'all about boundaries, right? Boundaries is very important because people will, I ain't gonna say people. If you don't have boundaries, right, then people think that you are like a doormat. Like they can just do what they want, come and go as they please, never give you what you need, what you deserve. And they come and they tend to use people with no boundaries. So I want y'all to get used to saying no and mean it and stand on it. Don't say no and then allow somebody to sweet talk you, to manipulate you into a yeah. Let your no be no and mean it. Okay? Because a lot of people be banking on you being nice. You are that, right? Because we're not going to say that you're not. But even with that, you still got to choose you first. If you feel like you don't want to do something, don't do it. Don't do something because, oh, well, they going to feel like this or they going to be mad. I done already told y'all. Who cares how they feel? Your no means exactly that. No. And you should not be feeling bad because you decided to say no. When you say no, mean it. Yeah, you know I'm telling you this. I've been there. You know I ain't gonna tell you something that I ain't never done. Cause I'm sweet, right? Very sweet. And I go out my way for people, but I don't go out my way for people no more. I go out my way for people who go out their way for me. There's the difference. So I had to shut the door on a lot of people. But y'all know my story, but I'm gonna retract my story. I think I'm gonna start tomorrow. And we gonna, cause a lot of y'all don't know the story. And a lot of y'all, and I told y'all, the videos has been deleted because somebody in this account, but already, I got something else already going. So I'm gonna send y'all my information. But check this out. So I used to be that person, right? So I had to push a lot of people out of my life because they took my kindness as a weakness. But I ain't never weak. But when you nice, people who are manipulative and don't know, and they're not nice, they think that is weak, right? And so we don't want to be given to people that's like that, because they are ultimately they are users. So we don't want to be given to users. And I'm telling you this because a lot of times a user may not seem like they're a user because they so good at manipulating that it don't appear that they're using you. So they make you feel like you would want to do this for them, or you feel like because you don't see them as a manipulative person, you think you just looking out for them. Understand and pay attention to people who are not showing up for you, but they'll do the bare minimum just to appear that they're showing up for you, right? And we got to recognize those kind of people in our lives and deal with them accordingly. I decided, I'm not saying what everybody should do, but for me and my purpose and what I got to do, people like that can't be around me at all, right? Because those kind of people will stop me on my journey, on my mission. So I can't have them kind of people nowhere around me. They can't be my friends or nothing, right? So I can only have genuine people in my camp. Thoroughbred, genuine people through and through. They got integrity, morals, principles, the whole 9 yards. Nothing else outside of that could ever be in my space ever again, right? And your journey is not my journey, but your journey is not my journey. Still, you should be very particular about the people that you have around you, because you don't want to be the person that's always doing, always giving, always, you know. So you say this, you keep showing up for them like all the time, all the time. And some of your showing up, you may not realize how much you showing up because it's you. And people like that is banking on you not paying attention to how much you giving, because they giving very little and they want to make sure that you don't see that you're giving way more than they're giving, right? And so what happens is eventually you either start resenting them, you start to pull back, or you feel overextended. Because even though you ain't calculating what you're doing for them, your body, your mind, and your soul know that you're being overexerted by this person or these people. And so knowing when to say no is imperative. You have to have boundaries with people. And don't be trying to be a people pleaser. Don't let your decisions be based on, well, they gonna feel like this. Fuck how they feel. I told y'all that before. Don't nobody care what they feel. We don't care how they feel. You are where you should be focused on what you feel and what makes you happy. And if you keep helping somebody, makes you feel, well, damn, I bet you if I needed them, they wouldn't come do that for me. If they did that, then don't be doing it. And don't let people say stuff like, oh, well, I mean, I thought you messed with me, or I mean, we friends. I mean, or whatever they use, whatever their little weird tactics that they use to get you to bend to their will. Fuck them, okay? You're the most important person in every equation. Don't you ever forget that. Learn how to have boundaries and stick to your boundaries, okay? You're not here to be nobody's fucking yes man or yes woman. You're not here to please everybody else except yourself. That's not what you're here to do. You're here to make you happy. And people that's manipulative, they are good at trying to make you feel a certain type of way about not giving in to whatever it is that they want you to do. Child, fuck them. Okay? Oh, we don't give a damn. We are the most important people in our own lives. And you should always be putting yourself first. And will people try to overstep your boundaries? Yeah, but you let their ass know, I said no, and that's what I mean. Get your ass back. Bye. Go on about your business. Whatever it is that I said no. But I'm just saying, can you just, no, I said no. And I mean just that, no. Man, I'm just saying, or mom, I'm just saying, or friend, I'm just, can you just, no, I just can no. I said no, I said no, I said no. And that's what it means. It means absolutely no. I mean, I'm just saying, just this one last time, I said no. And when you find people that keep pushing and pushing after you then put your boundaries up and you said no, leave their ass alone, because they don't respect your boundaries. And it's no point in having somebody that around you that don't respect your boundaries, because if they don't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you. And why would you want somebody around you that don't respect you? You know, we be having relationships even our jobs. But let's go with relationships. I'm going to give you a scenario with a job too. But say you dealing with somebody, right? And you decide, okay, I don't want to deal with this no more. And then the person keep trying to press you out, trying to make you feel bad for not wanting to be in the relationship. Tell their ass straight up, I said I don't fucking want this. I meant what I said. Keep your ass away from me. I mean, you acting like it's such a big bitch. For me, it is. So whether you respect how I feel about what I'm saying, doesn't matter. Because the answer is no, I don't want this. Because a lot of times, I've seen people who be in relationships and then get down, girl. Get down. Get down. Oh my God, she is so hard-headed. Get down. Why you so hard-headed? Don't be looking at me like that with one hand on it. Like, look, she like that. With one hand on my chair. Right? And my chair is like a baby blue, like suede. It ain't suede. I don't know what that is. I got a big, like a nice chair that's in my room for me to sit in. She got her arm on it like this, like, and looking at me like I'm just touching it. She's so hard-headed. But we gotta, you gotta make sure that you making your no be no, because people will try to manipulate you to stay in a friendship or relationship that ain't working for you, and you know it ain't working. But they want you to stay and accept all they bullshit. Ain't nobody doing that. You better tell her ass you go get the away from here. But a lot of times I see people in relationships, and the people, like, say the person, no, they calling you, I ain't gonna say all the time. We're gonna say periodically. Telling you what the person is doing. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of calling people about my relationships. I just don't put people in my business. Hell to the no. No, I just don't. I'm going to deal with it on my own. I advise y'all to do the same thing. Grown adults don't put other people in their relationship business. They just don't. Children in grown adult bodies always asking other people about some shit that got to do with them and somebody else. And you don't want to be in no relationship with nobody like that, because they can't think for themselves. They need other people to help them in their relationship. Who the fuck wants that? Nobody. I'm just saying. But I've seen people be in relationships, and people, they know that the person is doing them wrong, right? And they will let the person manipulate them to stay in some shit that they not even happy in. How do you allow somebody to convince you to be in something that you not getting what you need? Have I been there? I ain't gonna say yeah, because I'm gonna leave. Everybody, people will, I ain't gonna say everybody, because everybody don't know me. But people know, like, I'm known for my cutoff game. Like, I don't fuck around, baby. Play around over here and you will get your ass cut so deep. It's gonna feel like you never knew me, because I don't play that shit. I already told y'all that. When you show me, because one thing about me, I'm gonna show up, right? And I'm gonna show up and give all I got for my friends, my family, my relationships. That's just who I am. act like the fuck you ain't grateful for it. And you ain't reciprocating it. I will cut your ass off so fast. And you'll be sitting around. And one thing about me, I ain't arguing about no shit. I ain't doing none of that. I'm going to just leave your ass alone. And baby, let me tell you, they used to laugh and say, even my grandmother, my father, they used to always say, child, I need a phone book just for your phone numbers. Because I will block some shit. I will change my number with the quickness. Yeah, real fast. I don't play that shit. Because I ain't going, one thing you're not going to do is play in my face. Now, you may think you playing in my face for whatever time frame that you my friend or whatever the relationship that we have. You may feel like you playing in my face. I'm peeping everything. Right now to this day, you could just throw a name out there. I'm 55 years old and I can run everything that fucking person did to me down right back to you right now, even if it was 20 years ago. I don't forget nothing. And I pay attention to every damn thing. And one thing that I notice about people who come in contact with me or become my friends and whatever, because I will say what I have to say. People sometimes misconstrue me not calling them out on what I see as I don't see it. But I ain't stupid though. I know what to hold and what not to hold. Just like on here, I know what to say and I know what to keep to myself because I know what's happening and I know what's going to happen. So I give what I need to give. And, and so people take that as, oh, she's stupid. Oh, she don't even see what I'm doing. Oh, she don't see, until they ass is non-existent in my life. And then they realize, oh, fuck. She actually saw it. Yeah, I seen it all. I see it all. I hear it all. I told y'all, I don't care how much you think you getting away. One thing about this Virgo, bitch, I'm paying attention from the word high. I am paying attention. I see everything. And I purposely don't say nothing. Because sometimes you have to really see how far people gonna go, right? And sometimes because you so loving, you will try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I was guilty of that, right? And I would maybe give them more chances than they needed. And then sometimes it would be, let me see how far they gonna go. Let me see how far they gonna lie. Let me see how stupid they really think I am. And then what happens is, I'll just wake up and decide, yeah, fuck this. And I'm telling you, and we'll be done just like that. And then somebody might ask me, "What, Tracy? What happened to so and so?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I don't deal with them no more." Girl, you don't play no games. They always say, "Girl, you don't play no games. You will cut them up. Yeah, cut you off quick. I don't play." And when I say, I genuinely, wholeheartedly don't give a fuck no more and will never think out, baby. When I say I will never think about their ass again, it will literally be like I never knew them. Like literally, I will shut every fucking thing down that got anything to do with them. Thoughts, feelings, all that shit is a wrap. Because by the time I wake up and decide that it's done, I done already worked through all that shit. And 9 times out of 10, I worked through it while I was being their friend. But because they be so arrogant, they don't even see that, because all they see is what they think they getting away with. They never see the red flags of me literally walking away while I'm connected or while they're my friend. So when I do it, it looks like, damn, she just walked away. No, bitch, I was already walking away. But see, when you be so caught up in your manipulation that you think that I don't see the shit, nah, I'm disconnecting while I'm connected. So by the time I walk away, I already know I'm done, and I ain't fucking turning around ever again in life. Or you are fucking done. You're not gonna be my friend no more. None of that shit. And I'm just saying this to you because I don't want you to think that I have not been there before. I've been there plenty of times in my life. But those people are sitting somewhere feeling a type of way, I'm sure. And the reason that I can tell you this is because, I mean, there's multiple reasons I can tell you, but we're going to stick to what you understand. Because some things, y'all, I can't really say to y'all just yet. I'm still working on y'all before I start getting deep with some stuff. I mean, not working on y'all, working with y'all. Let me exchange those words. And so, people, I've been through most of the stuff that I tell y'all about, probably all of it. And so when I walk away, it appears that it was sudden. But it's only sudden to people who are manipulative, that was not paying attention to the signs that I was leaving, right? So when I wake up and I decide this the day, they usually ain't ready for it. And they be calling around, asking people, did I change my number? You know, my kids or whoever that got the new number. Because one thing about me, I'm going to call the people that I love immediately and give them my number, right? So it will appear that I just did something out of the blue. I was already leaving. But people don't be paying attention to that. I was giving all kinds of signs to my family that I was going to leave, and I was walking away, right? But when people so used to you being who you are, and you always, you step off and this and whatever you do, they always think, oh, they gonna come back. Not me. When I'm done, I'm done. Ain't no coming back. Because when I leave, that means you crossed, or you tried to cross, every boundary that I had, which in turn says, fuck me. And I'm going to say, fuck you back. And never look back. And it may seem to some people, well, dang, Tracy, that's kind of cold. But you cold with it. I ain't cold at all. But people who think it's cold usually are the manipulators. Because it's easier for them to say, you cold, you don't care about people. It's easier for them to say that than to take accountability and say, I was trying to manipulate them. I was pushing the boundaries. Because people like that don't take accountability. They throw the blame on everybody else. which is another reason I don't fuck with them. And this is why I'm telling you, make sure when you say no, you mean it. When you done help people with whatever it is you done help them with all kinds of things in their life, and they turn around and stab you in your back. I got old friends that was like that. Help them with all kinds of shit, and they still talk shit behind my back and think I don't know. So when I leave people like that, I don't give a damn. They never brought nothing to the table anyway. So what would I be missing? Nothing. So it's much more easier to stay away from somebody like that, right? So you gotta make sure your boundaries is in place, because a lot of us are out here with no boundaries. We just, moving through life and people pleasing and don't want people to be mad. And I don't give a fuck if you mad at me. Be mad. I don't care. And when people get in their feelings because they can't use you no more, you know what they gonna do. They gonna be behind your back talking shit. Fuck them and what they talking about. Don't nobody give a damn. Don't nobody give a damn. That's them. Because who the fuck is still talking about somebody that already walked away? That is a clear red sign that they was the problem. Because why the fuck you still talking about somebody that ain't talking about you, that don't care, ain't thinking about you, and walked away, don't want to be your fucking friend? Yeah, Tracy, because, I stopped messing with such and such, and I just cut her off because she was just gossiping and talking shit about me. She thought I ain't know. And now that I cut her off, she out there saying this about me. She's saying that about... Fuck her. That's a weak bitch. Because the fact that she gonna say it to everybody else but you, weak. We don't care about people like that. We don't care about people like that. That's that punk shit. That's that punk shit. Because 9 times out of 10, the reason they talking behind your back is they know if you come in, they know if they say that shit in your face, what you gonna hit their ass back, we're gonna hit them to they dome so deep, they fuck around and go in a depression state. That's why they won't say it in your face. Because that shit that they saying is all bullshit. But what you gonna say is gonna be heart-wrenching. Make their ass feel like they want to have a heart attack. Because it's gonna be all facts. So don't let what you think somebody gonna do or say, if you let them go, fuck what they saying. Child, don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody care. Child, talk the hell on. They talked about Joshua all the time. Who cares? Don't nobody give a fuck. Child, don't nobody care. Don't let what you think somebody gonna be out here saying about you if you don't do what they want you to do stop you from standing your grounds on what you saying. No. Don't nobody give a shit. Child, bye. You know how many people out here talking about me? Child, look, I got motherfuckers that wake up every morning. I'm the first thing on their motherfucking mind. They switching on Facebook. People doing all that shit. You think I give a fuck about them? They are a non-factor. I'm telling you what it was real. You think people ain't talking about me? You think I ain't got friends, family, ex-co-workers, ex-lovers? You think these people, ex-lovers, lovers, like, you think I ain't got motherfuckers that's always talking about me? Bitch, I don't care. I don't. Because I'm over here sipping on this fucking coffee, relaxing and enjoying my life. You think I give a fuck what they say? I don't. I don't. I really don't. For what? Who are they that I should care? Look, stick to your boundaries. Don't worry about what these people got to say. Unless you still need to be validated by other people. And if you do, I suggest you work on that. Well, Tracy, how you just walk away and don't care? Because I don't give a fuck. By the time I walk away, I already done checked off all the boxes that it need to happen. I done already looked at the situation front, back, from the side, all that shit. Don't think I'm just out here meeting people and if they don't do what I want, I just say, oh, fuck them, I don't want. That's not me. But I am going to look at the dynamic between the two of us, or them, the people, whoever it is. And I'm going to look and see. Hold up. I keep being there for them, but what the fuck? They ain't really being there for me. They ain't really looking out for me. They ain't making sure I'm straight. I'm going to pay attention to that. I don't just live life and just be out this motherfucker just willy and nilly. When people meet me, they may feel like that's how I am. And I might seem a little naive. Ain't a goddamn thing naive about me. And that's always what put people in a disadvantage when they first meet me. That is what put them 10 steps behind me when they immediately come through the door thinking that shit right there. I'm already 10 steps ahead just for them thinking like that. Because I ain't never, when I say I ain't never slipping, I ain't never fucking slipping. It may seem like it until you realize that I wasn't. But by that time, it's too late. I done fucking walked off. So be careful of your overgiving and constantly trying to make other people happy to your own detriment. Because people will use you until they can't use you no more. I told you in another video. And then you'll turn around and it's time for you to need some help. And they ain't nowhere to be found. Because they on to the next person that they can use. Boundaries are very important. And we should all have them in place. You got the little friend that just don't never seem to get their fucking life together. Every time you turn around, they need this, they don't got that. They complaining about, I can't get no job. I can't do this. I can't do. Look, stop letting people like that be your friends. Because if you getting up going to work every day, well, everybody don't got to get up and go to work every day. But I'm just saying, if you making your money and you doing what you supposed to do, and you got a friend that just can't seem to get their shit together, no matter what, sis, bruh, they gotta go. They don't align with you, so you don't want nobody like that as your friend. I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna give you a prime example. My daughter went her and my grandbaby left last week and they went to Jersey for a birthday party at the American Dream Mall, right? So, of course, y'all know my kids call me all the time about everything. But anyway, so she called me, right? FaceTime me. And I said, I thought you were supposed to be having enjoying yourself. I know, but hold up. Let me show you. So, but like we ain't already been to American Dream Mall. I took my own little daughter for her like 10th birthday or something like that. Rented a big old house out there in Jersey. And so she says to me, oh, she said we having so much fun. But she go all over the world. I told you, this one right here travels. Well, they all travel a lot, so I ain't gonna say that, this one. But she says to me, oh my goodness, why they just bought the new Tesla, I guess one of the big ones or whatever. She was like, oh my goodness, such and such. So she's so hyped, right? And she said, I just love my rich friends, right? Like that, right? And I said, I know that's right. And she said, yes, she said, this is what cause she got her regular friends that she grew up with. And them her people. Now, them are girls too, but you know. But these ones is like, the money bracket is in her, you know, the $100,000 a year or more people. So they make it bank, right? So she she calls me later on that night and say, we was at the table. She said, oh, I'm getting ready to change. I said, what's going on? I said, where you about to go? We get ready to go to New York. I said, well, okay, I know that's right, girl. Don't play with y'all, you know, because I just love to see it. So she said, see, this is what I'm talking about, child. When you hang with them rich friends like you, that got the money like you, you know, we could just jump and do whatever. I said, so what made y'all decide to go to New York? And she says, well, we was downstairs, and when we was getting ready to come up, we was getting ready to go to, it was time for us to go to dinner. And while we was down there having a few drinks, we was like, they was like, what y'all want to do? Y'all want to go, y'all want to have dinner here, or y'all want to ride to New York? And she said, somebody said, she said everybody was quiet, like kind of think about it. And somebody said, New York. And everybody was like, yes, exactly. So they went upstairs, because the party was for a kid. They went and took showers, got the kids ready, baby. And they done jumped in the cars, drove to New York just for dinner, and drove back to Jersey. And so I say that to say, stick with people who align with who have the values, the mindset, and and can do the things that you want to do. Because when you be with people that that's not aligned with you, then you can't really, I'm not going to say you can't grow, because you're going to always grow, because that's who you are. But they can't do the things that you want to do, because they don't have the resources to do it. So what'll happen is you'll find yourself keep going up there to Cheesecake Factory, up there to Maggiano's. You're going to keep finding yourself doing all this local shit, because this is where they are. And not to say that something is wrong with them or they bad people, but it's stopping you from doing what you actually want to do. Like this summer, she come back from one of them trips overseas. No, the Disney cruise. She comes back from the Disney cruise. She came back that day. My other daughter and her friends was on their way to Miami. She comes and called me and say, yeah, I just thought about it. Can my grandbaby come over? Can I'm a Stinky Butt. Can Stinky Butt come over? I said, well, you just got back last night. She said, yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about it. I just found a ticket for $400 and some. I'm trying to go with she talked with my daughter and them. And I said, girl, all right. So they jump. She hurry up, pack her bag up, go jump on a plane and head there. They all bought all of the top of the line cars, because she called me talking about something. They said they driving. She said, I'm trying to find a rental car for when I get there, because they got all the top. They got all the top of the line cars, because that's how they want to ride. So I'm trying to find me one. But she was loving every minute of it, because that's who she is. You see what I'm saying? She didn't have to feel restricted because the people that she was hanging with couldn't do that. Well, we got to put in to get the car. No, she like, look, I just left a whole fucking trip for a week on a Disney cruise that cost thousands of dollars. I came home to last night and I'm still going to jump. I just found me the cheapest ticket to go right now, $400 and some. I'm about to go with them and party, and I'm going to get me a luxury car to ride around in the city with. This is who she is. Well, that's who they are. My daughters is definitely that. But when you limit yourself, you can't really move like you want to move. When you be around people who got stagnated mindset and who limited in what they can do. So boundaries have to be in place so that you can make sure you get the best out of life for you. And you know who your people are. Now, am I saying that you don't have loyal people that ain't on your financial level? You do. But you got to know how to compartmentalize your friends, because some people they gonna have to, well, we putting in to get the car, things are gonna be very limited with these people though. When you hang with people that's aligned with you, then the sky is the limit. Because you don't have to feel like you got to hold back, or you don't want to do this, or you can't do this because of whatever. Whatever you decide to do, these people are capable of doing it. Because y'all align. And so we got to make sure that we keeping the boundaries up, so that we know that we getting what we deserve in life. Don't let friendships, relationships, jobs come in between what you know is for you. And don't let people try to talk you out of what's for you. Because people who are limited always want to bring you down to where they at so they can be around you. Don't ever fucking shrink yourself to be around nobody. If they can't bring their ass up to where you at, leave them where they at. Because people who can't, because there's some people, I ain't gonna say, because everybody can. But we got to be mindful of those who don't want to do that. They rather bring you down to where they at, because that's where they feel comfortable at. But do you feel comfortable there is the question. Because your soul want to soar to the highest heights, and they ass want to be down here above the ground, why would you want to spend a lot of time with that? I ain't spending no damn time with nobody like that. Because you going to start not thinking how you should be thinking anymore. Because you're going to be spending time with people who ain't thinking like that. And so that's why boundaries is important. Because you got people that will want to bring you down to their level. Don't ever go down to nobody's level to be their friend, their lover, or none of that. Don't ever do that. Don't do that, baby. You, even if you ain't where you want to be, you know where you want to go. So you hang around people who got the same mindset. And is people going to be jealous? Yeah, who gives a fuck? That's their problem. You're going to have people that's jealous of you that don't even know you because they just hate the way you live. And you just live so free and can do whatever you want. Fuck them. Tell them step their game up. Instead of spending all that time hating and being jealous of you, bitch, get your shit together and so you can live like that. But see, you got people, no matter what, they rather sit on the sideline and hate. Who gives a fuck? They can't stop you from living, though. So let them sit on the sideline and watch you. Yeah, let that creepy ass sit on the side, looking behind a screen or looking from other people. What's she doing today? Oh, girl, she went weird. Oh, wow. Girl, hang up, be mad as shit, all in their feelings. Yeah, Oh, that bitch just went to Thailand. Oh, she just went to so-and-so. Yeah, let them bitches hate. Let them niggas hate. Don't nobody care. They ain't hating enough to step their fucking game up, though, is they? No, they just sitting on the sideline hating on you, wishing and wanting the life you got, but don't want to do shit to get it. So don't worry about that shit. Don't worry about people. People gonna talk all day long. So always keep your boundaries up. Don't drop your boundaries for nobody. Because the moment you drop your boundaries, they gonna start thinking you're a joke. Because you let your boundaries down for them. Don't let your boundaries down for no fucking body. You put them in place to protect you and your assets and your life, your feelings, your emotions. Whatever the reason is, they're there for a reason. Do not let them down for nobody. Don't even let them down for the people that you hang around. That is in alignment with you. You still are number one in that equation. And not number one in as you competing with those people, but number one in even if they ask me to do some shit that I don't want to do, I'm going to say no. But the difference between those kind of people are they got boundaries too. So even if they ask you something that's against your boundaries, they may not know that's a boundary for you, but they're going to respect it. That's the difference. In somebody whose mind and who's got an elevated mindset, who is emotionally balanced, who is spiritually balanced, who know exactly who they are. They understand it because guess what? They got boundaries. That's how they got to where they are. Because they knew when to say no, when to put themselves first, when to say yeah. So, make sure you got boundaries, babies. Boundaries is very important. They protect you from a lot of things that you don't want to be dealing with or going through. So don't ever be afraid to speak your piece. Don't ever be afraid to say no. You know, a lot of y'all, the kids call, oh, Mom, can you babysit? You know you don't feel like it. And you will still say, yeah. I'm going to say no. I don't give a damn whether you got a problem with it or not. My kids will tell you, I don't give a damn. Oh, you mad? Oh, good. Click. I will hang up on their ass with the quickness. I'm trying to tell you. My daughter was on the phone the other day. Her and my other little daughter from college called me on FaceTime together. And I said, she said something, and I said something to my daughter about, something about, oh, yeah, we ain't going to talk about that. But I was just making sure she was being fair to somebody. And so my other daughter going to say, okay, Mom, all right. I said, who you think you're talking to? And she's like, all right, but I'm just saying, no, you just said what you wanted to say, but you think I ain't going to say what I wanted to say. I said, get the fuck off my phone. Click. I hung up. Yeah, I don't play that shit. Who you think you playing with? Yeah, I don't care about none of that shit. That before we hung up, earlier in the conversation, she asked me, could I cut her hair in a bob? I said, yeah. She said, all right, I'm going to come around there after work. I bet she ain't bring her ass around here. Yeah, because who the fuck you thought you was playing with? She gonna call me. That's when she called me when she got it, because I was supposed to cut her hair in a bob for her. Before, yeah, I could do hair too, y'all. I know. I do a lot of shit and do it very well. But I was supposed to cut her hair for her to go up there to New Jersey, right? So she knew I wasn't gonna fucking call her. She called me when she got to Jersey and said, well, while she was driving. And cause she already knew. I fucked up. She definitely ain't gonna call me. I sure the fuck ain't. I don't give a fuck about what your title is. I don't care nothing about who you are. Don't think you gonna come at me sideways, because your ass will know I'm not the person to come at sideways. Who do you think you're talking to, sis? Yeah, I love you and all that shit. You my boo. But don't play around over here. Don't fuck around over here and find out. So she ended up cutting her own bob. But it ended up looking good because she now hook her shit up. Cause that's my protege right there. My baby put that girl right there. They all put it up. But this one right here puts it on. I'm trying to tell you. When it's time to go somewhere, baby, she don't fuck around. She gonna show up and show out, baby. And it's gonna be what the kids say. She don't play. She gonna put that thing. She gonna put that shit on, honey. But yeah, boundaries, kids and all. I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't care nothing about none of that. Yeah, I don't play that. Everybody in my life gonna deal with my boundaries, and they already know. If they don't want to, I don't give a shit. I will walk away. Because I don't need nobody. I don't. I really don't. So, getting mad, if you get mad at me because I put up boundaries and you feel like, oh, well, I'm just going to not talk to them. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I will go right on and live my little life like it never, like, oh, okay, cool. I ain't thinking about that shit no more. I don't care. That's a you problem. That ain't my problem. But what it ain't going to do is change these boundaries that I got. That's what it's not going to do. And so I just advise you guys to put boundaries up, y'all. And I promise you, check this out, because I'm getting ready to go. When you start putting them boundaries up, watch how you gonna see what people really, how they really feel, because they're gonna be pissed off. But that's how you know you should have been let their ass go. Because you're going to start seeing them acting different. When you start saying no, when you used to always say yeah, when they need you, you hurrying up and showing up. You know what I'm saying? When they call you with their problems and you offering before they even ask, because you just hearing all of the heartache or the whatever, the emotions of what they going through. And because you a good person, you jumping on it to try to hurry up and solve their problems for them. I used to do all that shit. Stop doing that shit and watch people show you who they really are. I'm just saying. Because when you start saying no, they gonna let you, they gonna show you what they really feel. Even if they don't say nothing to you, they gonna be saying that shit behind your back. But fuck them. And fuck whoever they talking to that's listening. Straight like that. Now have a great day, y'all. And don't forget to love up on who's loving up on you. And you know I love you to the moon and back. And don't forget to keep saying your affirmations. Affirm yourself daily. Make sure you still grounded. Make sure you still talking to God, right? Make sure you cleansing your house. I'm just saying, I love y'all. And I only want the best for y'all. And that's why I'm always here trying to help y'all out. And it ain't that I'm looking down on you, because I done been through it too. All right? I'm just trying to make sure that we all elevate. So we can have the best that life has to offer us. Because a lot of us been putting ourselves on the back burner trying to make sure other people is good. And I'm here to let you know, fuck that. Put their ass on the back burner and put yourself first. Straight like that. Now have a great day, y'all. And don't forget to love up on who's loving up on y'all. Bye, y'all.